I've learned. Just driving through this town. So when you get to one of them lights, it's got like the digitized speed limit thing. When you go through some communities, like it starts blinking at like 5 over, 7 over. That's when they want you to slow the fuck down. You drive through Ann Arbor, 1 mile per hour over the speed limit, the motherfucker starts blinking, like slow down, like it'll startle you. If you just driving and you start seeing something flashing, one, you think it's somebody coming across the street, a pedestrian, a bicyclist, or whatever. But it be the motherfucking digital speed limit thing, 1 mile over. Bitch, if you don't leave me alone, I'm doing 1 mile over and you going into a panic. I mean, if I was doing 5 miles an hour over, I could see it. It's in the neighborhood. I get it. If I was doing 7, 10 miles over, I get it. But 1 mile an hour over? See, this is the kind of bullshit that they do in cities like this. And then when you go a little bit higher than that, I know people get stopped and all that shit. Look, my light's on in my truck. I'm driving through town. If they want to stop me, they can stop me. I'm smoking hemp. My light's on. What, I got tinted windows? What you want to do? What ticket you want me to get that I'm not going to have to pay for? But see, they'll fuck with people out here with that bullshit. Do you know how fast you were going? Yeah, I was going 1 mile an hour over. Now what? What you going to do? You going to write it for a half over? You going to give me a break? Impeding? Get the fuck out of my face. I knew I was going to have to come out here. Right next to 1201 South Main Street. Otherwise known as Michigan Stadium. Otherwise known as the Big House. The Big Empty House. I don't know what kind of team is going to get put on the field a little less than 12 hours from now. But we playing a team, I guess it ain't won a game this year. I don't really keep up with anybody outside of Ann Arbor. You know. But from what I know, the team that we playing this week hasn't come up with a win. I don't even like calling their name no more. Joe Paterno University. Jerry Sandusky University. That's whose college it is. You would think it was their college. I mean, I know Jerry Sandusky in prison and Joe's in a tomb, but that's okay. All the detriment that was caused on them little children during their time, fuck them. Burn in hell, Joe. Jerry, you on your way? I hope Jerry's getting fucked every day. They probably got him in motherfucking solitary confinement. When's he gonna die? I'm pretty sure he's still alive though, right? Ain't nobody else said nothing. He ain't been alive. I don't remember them talking about him when he died. I'm pretty sure he's still alive in there. He shouldn't be. He should have bled out in his first 30 days. But yeah. Jimmy gonna put a team on the field tomorrow. I guess he gonna have Cade as his quarterback. Hopefully he don't go back and they doing that flip-flopping shit and put Joe Milton back in there. I think Joe's time as a starting quarterback is over, or it should be over, because he didn't have too much to offer. And Cade, I don't even know what his last name is, came in looking pretty decent last week. So that was a good thing. That was a good thing. And we got a W out of it. So if they can string a couple W's together leading into the Ohio game, we're going to need it. We're going to need it. They said Ohio State's coach got COVID. I need Ohio State's quarterback to get it. I don't want nothing to be wrong with the young brother overall, but I just need him to catch an outbreak right before the Michigan game. And knowing them motherfuckers, they probably got a second string quarterback better than him. They did that shit before. They had a second string motherfucker come in and beat Michigan. Crazy shit. don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow, but it is what it is. Go Blue. They can go and fuck my whole weekend up if they want to. I didn't watch much of the Lions game. So I mean, I may have seen 3 or 4 downs. I'm not gonna allow my turkey day to get ruined by the fucking Detroit Lions anymore. I don't allow them to fuck with my Sundays. I'm not gonna allow them to fuck with my turkey days. And yesterday we had a deep fried turkey. You think I'm gonna let them fuck that up? First deep fried turkey we ever had. You think I'm gonna let them fuck that up? No. My grandbabies was there. Deep fried turkey was there. Family was there. Everything was good. I'm not gonna let the Lions fuck that up. Hell no. And Matt Patricia's still having a job. If that isn't another form of white supremacy, I just don't know. You notice the BlackWatch, we're going to find some white supremacy up in this bitch somewhere. And Matt Patricia still having a job is white supremacy. The motherfuckers won 13 games in almost 3 seasons. Jim Caldwell won 9 games in his last season and he was fired. Had 2 playoff appearances. There is absolutely no excuse why Matthew Patricia should still be employed by the Detroit Lions. You can tell that's Uber. You can tell that was Uber. The white lady driving and shit. And I saw 2 black faces, at least 2 black faces in the back seat. Either that's Uber or she's been accosted. Coming up out to St. Francis neighborhood, yeah, that's Uber. Where they going? Ain't nothing open. Ain't all the shit shut down because of COVID? Restricted hours and all this shit. Where the fuck they going? A nice car, late at night, white woman driving, black people in it, Uber. A nice car, black man, black woman driving, white people in the back, Uber. The gig economy right now got people thinking like shit's done changed. Now the gig economy just back. And it's about to get worse because motherfuckers gonna be pinned up inside. So you're gonna have more Uber, more Lyft, more Instacart, more DoorDash, whatever. Grubhub, all that shit. Everything about to be coming from a car. From people to food. But yeah, I mean, I guess they got really beat kind of bad too. I mean, I'm glad Deshaun Watson. I told y'all before, I wanted Deshaun Watson to have a good game. In spite of playing the Lions, I was going to say go Lions because I want my team to win. But I wanted Deshaun to have a good game, and I'm glad he had a good game. I'm always going to root for the black quarterback. Y'all know where I'm at with that. Y'all know where I'm at with that. They didn't allow us to be quarterbacks in this bitch. Be the best motherfucking athlete on the field. Put him in wide receiver. Put him in D-back. Put him in running back. But he was a star quarterback. Nah, blacks can't play quarterback in the NFL. Quarterback is the face of someone's team. That's who the face of your team is, your quarterback. And they didn't want black people leading. Now look what's happening. Of the top 5 quarterbacks, how many aren't black now? How many aren't black? You ain't got to look to see if there's a black one. How many of them aren't black? And I'm not just going by just statistical numbers with this COVID-riddled season. I'm talking about top quarterbacks in the league. How many aren't black? Top 5. You got Mahomes, you got Jackson, you got Russell, you got Deshaun Watson. Shit, even Kyler Murray done crept up in that bitch with his little ass. Shit's changing, man. It's changing. But see, we still playing. We ain't coaching. We ain't managing. We ain't owning. That's a problem. We're all performance-based. And when we stop performance, there goes the base. There goes the bonuses. There goes the incentives. Your ass is out. Tony Romo had a mediocre ass professional football career and is a star announcer now. I'd like to flip that. I'd like to see a motherfucker have a mediocre professional football career and then have his body, but then he go on to be a successful announcer and get that crazy bread for the next 20 years. Tony Romo gonna make way more money being an announcer than he was playing football. Watch. He gonna have his own shows and all kinds of shit. Watch. It's the way they set it up. They figure out a way to keep old white quarterbacks around. Black quarterbacks, they be doing podcasts and shit 2 years out. And I'm sorry, but we had a slave master moment too. We had a slave master moment. Jerry motherfucking Jones. Come on, Jerry. Nigga. Jerry said that, what's his name? C.D. Lamb is just as explosive as prime time. The fuck is wrong with Jerry? See, Jerry's a white supremacist. You already told, I told you, there were probably 20, 30 motherfuckers, so I'm gonna give another 20, 30 motherfuckers an opportunity to understand. There's a difference between a straight up racist versus a white supremacist who's not a racist. I don't think Jerry Jones is a racist. I think he's a white supremacist all day. Because Jerry Jones will pay. He'll pay for black talent. See, racists don't want you to get no bread. That's the thing about a racist. They don't want you to get no money. They want your ass in a loincloth. They want your ass on the sidelines, dog. They don't want you getting no money, especially no major money. You do get money, you need to always be getting less than them. Well, Jerry's a white supremacist. He always wants to maintain white superiority. And once again, he stepped up on that motherfucking pedestal like he was about to call out who the next motherfucking slave was and said C.D. Lamb is just as explosive. He might have said more explosive. I told y'all I ain't no journalist, but I got the gist of the story. He basically said that C.D. Lamb is Prime Time 2.0. And I'm sorry, but there ain't. Prime Time's own kids ain't Prime Time 2.0. I don't know what the fuck Jerry was thinking in this one. What was Jerry thinking here? Was Jerry thinking really? I mean, was he? Was he thinking that he could let that slip by and nobody was gonna say nothing? I mean, really, dog? He said that motherfucker was as good as Prime Time? Prime Time. Two sport, Prime Time. Played two professional sports in the same day. Prime Time. Won his ass championship ring. Prime Time. There ain't nobody that's close to Prime Time. Nobody. Nobody. There is absolutely nobody close to Prime Time. Gotta be one of the top 10 players ever. Ever in the league. Top 10. Two-way player, two sports player, and he was a game changer. He wasn't just good in both sports. He was a game changer in both. If he got on the base path, he was at third in a few pitches. How you gonna stop that? He just didn't play full-time. If he had played full-time baseball, Dion would be in the hall in that bitch too. If he was able to devote himself to full-time baseball, he would have been in the hall in that too. And Ricky Henderson's base stealing record might have been in jeopardy. But as far as football goes, what's Jerry saying? Let's see CD get on the defensive side of the ball, Jerry. How you even gonna say that when you had a two-sport legend playing for you? Two-sport legend. Not a guy who was just good, gifted. Legend. Now you want to spot. See, Jerry needs some headlines. Dallas ain't getting no motherfucking headlines right now. Jerry needs some headlines up in this bitch. Football is underwhelming in Texas right now. Jerry needs to sell some shit. Didn't sign Dak. Karma. Dak gets hurt. Now they out there getting that ass bit. You sign Dak. He does his thing. He doesn't get hurt. I believe in karma. Dak needs to go and heal up. I don't know what kind of protections them motherfuckers have, but they really need to be able to let his ass go and get in the market after this season. That's what he needs to do. He needs to go get in the fucking market. Somebody will pick him up. I wish the Lions would pick him up. He might not be exactly what we need, but I know if they get him, then they got to get rid of Matthew Stafford. I'd like a straight-up trade. Let's just trade them motherfuckers. Matthew's got stats. He should be able to go somewhere else. This motherfucking cop got right behind me, ran my shit, and then left. He was sitting right behind me. If you watching this motherfucker, rewind the bitch. The cop was sitting right behind me, ran my shit, and then dipped. Because my paper's good. My paper's straight. One cop had turned. He was sitting behind me running my shit. And once he figured out that my shit was good, he dipped. Tell you. These motherfuckers out here, they ain't got nothing to do. It's a night before a football game. Usually everybody be all somewhere, parties and things happening, noise, ordinance complaints, and this, that, and the other. Night before a Michigan football game ain't shit to do because ain't nobody coming to the game. So they just out roaming, running tags and shit. My license plate light is out, my windows are tinted, my light is on, and I still didn't get stopped. I don't know how y'all motherfuckers be out here getting stopped. Y'all must just have bad paper, bad L's, no insurance, something. And it's so funny, the motherfucker that's behind me now, it's that few people on the street that this motherfucker was literally rolled up behind me. Now he coming up into the neighborhood. It's that few people on the street tonight. That there's just a coincidence that he rolling right behind me. Cops and creepers. Actually, he ain't creeping. He just probably going home. I'm going to give him a chance to get on over so I can back in. Go on, bitch. Fuck out of my way. So, yeah, man. Funny shit. But, yeah, we need a win today in Ann Arbor. We need a win there. Lions won't be playing on Sunday because they played Sunday then Thursday. So they need to be off for a while anyway. And we can collect another L next week. But yeah, Jerry's a motherfucker. Jerry said that prime time ain't shit when it comes to CD Lamb. What's that about? And why isn't that number 88 retired? Well, you had Drew Pearson. You had Michael Irvin. Why isn't that motherfucking number retired? Jerry don't retire numbers? I don't know much about Cowboy. I'm about to ask Chuck. Maybe Jerry don't retire numbers. Maybe he don't retire nigga numbers. I know he done retired some white people's numbers. Maybe Jerry don't retire nigga numbers. We'll see. It is what it is. Yeah, man. So what we got to do is we got to stay on top of shit with the BlackWatch. You know, this wasn't the quintessential dose. I've been doing these every couple of times. You know, there's been some sports shit happen. So I guess this is just kind of a BlackWatch sports segment. But I'm going to find the white supremacy in all of it. You already know I'm on Matt Patricia's ass. There ain't no way that motherfucker should still have a job. That nigga has won 13 games in almost 3 seasons. And they fired a black man for winning 9 games and saying that it wasn't good enough. They could do better. 2 playoff appearances. And Matt Patricia is nowhere near a playoff coach. Not even close. But they think he's the guy to get them over the edge. He's given away other players that have gone on and they're starring in other teams. They couldn't make it here. They want yes men. I realize that. They want yes men in Detroit. And they got a few. They got a few young ones that they done turned out already. You know, these cats is coming up out of, you know, financial constraints and all kinds of stuff. So this is the most money they've made. It's the best somebody's probably treated them. And they getting paid to play the game that they love. I get it. He done got a few that's really, really hooked into him. You know, and maybe he's a good guy to them, but he's not a good football coach for this team. He's not a good football coach for people that have been watching this team just be nothing for the last. I'm 50. And I've only seen glimpses of success. Glimpses. You know what a glimpse is? That's what a glimpse is. That's all the success I've seen with the Detroit Lions. And now we've got this where I expect you to lose, dog. I told you. Everybody talking about they win the rest of their games and they can make the playoffs. I'm like, they're going to win, they're going to lose tomorrow. I said it on my Wednesday dose. They're going to lose tomorrow. They 4-7 now. I don't even bet on games, but I knew they was going to lose. I knew they was going to lose to a team that had basically had the same record as they had. Yeah, I knew they was going to lose. Why? He can't get his team up for the big game. Can't get his team up for the big game. It's all good. And we that blue. Viagra needs to jump on Detroit Lions right now. We got that blue, look like the blue pill. Just go ahead and just get all the advertisements soaked up. Can't get up for the big game? Viagra, Detroit Lions. Just do that shit, dog. As far as Jimmy goes, can't beat a team that they won a game, Jimmy. That's a problem. I mean, it ain't like they 0-1. They like 0-5, 0-6, some shit. You can't beat them at home, Jimmy. You need to go on and get rid of that motherfucking house. Don't nobody want that monstrosity anyway. They'll turn that into a fucking monastery. That fucking house is too big. Go on and put a for sale sign in that bitch. It's really a commercial real estate. Don't even put a for sale sign in. It's going to get sold to some fucking, I'm telling you, monastery or something. Convent, something. It's too fucking big for a family to live in. Who else going to live in it? Next coach ain't going to want that shit. The next coach need to come in and get an apartment. And let's see if he works out for the first year. If not, then, you know, if he does, then you can go look for a house. We tired of this shit here. We brought you home to beat 2 motherfucking teams. And we knew if you beat them 2 motherfucking teams, then we'd be winning the other games too. We gonna lose one here and there. I get it. I wasn't expecting perfect seasons out of Jimmy. But I was at least expecting him to be able to come back here, develop some quarterbacks, get Michigan football back to motherfucking decency. I'm not looking for prominence. I already know. We got some programs to overcome. But you can't even beat these motherfuckers every other year. That's a problem. Go blue and all, but that's a problem. So y'all do what y'all need to do. This turned into a little bit longer dose than I thought it was. You know, we get to talking about some shit, rambling on some shit, motherfucking cops behind you, running your tags, all that shit. It is what it is. It's another day in my life. Because it's the BlackWatch. I'm a black man. And I watch shit. I watch cops run my tags right behind me while I'm sitting there smoking and driving. And they do nothing. They do nothing. Because they've got nothing. What's that, sir? Hemp. What did you stop me for? Oh, your license plate light was out. Oh, but your lights were on, so you could see my license plate very well. So what else we got? I got all my shit right here. It's right above me. There's no gun up there. I already have my speeches ready for him, dog. I get stopped so infrequently, I be I'm locked and loaded with the comments. Already. You know, they can go with that semi-friendly shit if they want to. I already know what they thinking. Come get this business. And if you write me, I'll see you in court. Because I know you didn't write your last 3 people. Your Honor, I'm not going to fight this ticket, but the 3 tickets before me, in his pad, what did he write them for? He wrote them for license plate light out, windows too dark, dome light being on. Sorry, I don't work there. I'm 50. They used to stop us for our dome light being on. Everything okay? Yeah, motherfucker. Other than you stopping me. Come on, man. Alright. It's just after 1, man. Time to shut it down. Another day of mediocrity. Thank God a Michigan team didn't play today. Michigan basketball team looked pretty decent, but they couldn't stop that one little nigga. He said he's going to be a lottery pick. I'm like, how you playing for Bowling Green when I really need you on the Wolverines? Wolverines got too much hair. We got one of them teams. Everybody's hair is all bushy. Cut that shit down. Juwan needs to make them cut that shit down. All that shit running all over them. Nah, man. And I don't believe you get a hairstyle like that unless you're trying to draw attention to yourself and you really good. You can't be fucked up, have a fucked up game, but have a big ass fro and got highlights and all and shit in it. What are you drawing that attention onto yourself for? If you ain't gonna be about shit. You're gonna get toasted on the wing. Cut that shit down, let it grow like your game grows. If your game don't grow, you should have a bald fade by the time you're a senior. It is what it is. Y'all be good. Go blue. Fuck state. Fuck Ohio State. All day, every day. One love.